Welcome to Driving Immersion. This is the immersive racing experience. Studio 397's Le Mans Ultimate is the best detailed simulation of the World Endurance Championship. You're about to watch the one and only 24 hours of Le Mans in segments. We will be racing in Le Mans Ultimate using as much of its simulation factors to be as close to the racing as possible. We drive from the cockpit using a Fanatec CSL DD Plus wheel and load cell pedal set, without any assists except for what exists in the car. There are collisions and damage, tire wear, and fuel use, including virtual energy. There's plenty of racing to come. Click on subscribe now so that you don't miss out on any of it. Volume up and let's go.
81 seconds. We are 2 minutes and 30 seconds ahead of second place Alpine, the only other hypercar remaining in the field. You can see there that the tires are ambient temperature, and we will be dealing with that when we come out.
We rejoined the race from the pit lane. It's 8:03 a.m. and you can see the sun is out.
We have 32 new tires left to work with. That is 8 sets.
And we are having a full service here with refueling, recharging tires, and a little bit of damage.
There is a yellow for some reason. Somebody else behind us. Can't quite tell who that is.
So this pit stop is going to cost us 81 seconds roughly. And we are just about to touch down and ride off once again.
Under 10 seconds to go. We are in gear. And rolling.
Here we go, out of pit lane. And right away we notice a little bit of a slide in the rear coming in through turns 1 and 2. Out from underneath the Dunlop Bridge, another slide.
And it looks like the Alpine is also in the pits. Somebody's in the dust there. And I believe that's what the yellow might have been for.
So right now coming
So
into
right
Tetra Rouge, the
next
tires
slide
are
here.
just
Tires
above
are cold.
ambient
No grip
temperature.
whatsoever.
With that slide, we take them up to about 160, 180 degrees in the rear. Having a look at the HUD, we have the soft tires in the front and the medium tires in the rear. This is a big mistake in placing the tires on the car during the pit.
Oh, that little spin put a lot of wear in our rear tires. I don't think we will go for stints on descent.
Yeah, so we're definitely complaining about the traction in the rear, and it just seems like the problem is that we did put the medium tires in the rear and the soft tires in the front, and again, it should be the other way around. Having a look at the timing on the upper left, we see that Nicolas Lapierre in the number 36 Alpine in second place is only 1 minute and 15 seconds behind. And once again, we have rotating pit stops.
And we are waiting for the temperature to come up. Oh, come on. At least the sun is out.
So we did notice that he came into the pits just after we came out. His stints only lasting 11 laps. Ours, we're trying to get them to 12. Into number 8. Exiting the Mulsanne corner. A couple of LMP2s just ahead of us. Again, if you're just rejoining the series here, the timing on the leaderboard shows Antonio Fuoco in 8th place. The clock is running. He is out of the race. He's been long out of the race, so this is a glitch in Le Mans Ultimate. The number 8 exiting the Mulsanne corner. Now with these onboard shots, you can see here that it's fully sunny, the sky is clear. Another glitch in the LMU system. In the replay or the trackside views, the track is cloudy. In fact, it's so cloudy that you can see the lights on the tarmac. So a little mismatch again in the programming here at LMU. So this is one lap into the stint. You can see here that that spin that we had coming out of Tetra Rouge has caused a lot of wear on the tires. The front left down 86%. Another slide here.
I think we had to go a little heavy on the brakes. The LMP2 was a little bit close.
Again, the medium tire should have been in the front. And the soft tires, which are more grippy, should be in the back.
Damage on the car. The back end wants to steer away.
Yes, and right now looking at the temperatures, they do look like they're okay and do not indicate any problem. But again, the grippier tires should be in the back. The more durable tires should be in the front. I think initially what we wanted to do was come out here on this stint or this next set of stints on a set of soft tires, but again, we were looking for a little bit more durability by the time we went from the front to the rear, and that's how we ended up with mediums in the rear. Might have been okay if the sun was out and warming the track, but right now, as you can see here, it is overcast, so it's still cold. I believe the temperature here is still about 64 degrees Fahrenheit.
So it's gone back to cloudy again. For some reason we start off out of the pits nice and sunny. Oh, watching my mirrors here, this LMP2 was a little hot coming in.
LMP2 into the wall, to the left there, out of Arnage.
Tires have cooled down.
Big slide here, we lose the rear end.
Light on the wall.
And we're gonna go right into the wall. Right now, we are looking for the HUD to display to see if we have any damage on the car.
No damage.
Yes, no damage indicated on the HUD. It was a pretty big hit, but it
Might have
wasn't straight on into the wall.
There is a vibration in the wheel.
So we've actually had a couple of spins now on this set of tires, and right now there is a vibration in the steering wheel, obviously from the front tires.
Rear tires, maybe I need to take off some of that anti-roll bar. I think we did bring it up one notch to deal with the worn tires in the previous stint.
So very briefly, we got to see there on the HUD that we did reduce the rear anti-low bar, made it a little bit softer. Hopefully that will make the suspension a little bit more compliant and forgive the rear tires just a little bit.
40 seconds now ahead of the number 36. He ran a 338 that time. We did a 350. 357.
So the number 36 now just 41 seconds behind. Still a lot of racing left here at the 24 Hours of Le Mans.
41 seconds now to the Alpine.
But our comfortable lead has evaporated very quickly, just out of one pit stop. Here is the number 36 driving through a GT3 BMW, and up ahead one of the LMP2s coming out of Tetra Rouge. And this is the second chicane in the Mulsanne Straight. That is the difference in space between 1 and 2 right now.
We're still going faster than him.
And this is a result of our 2 spins that we've had in the first couple of laps of the stint.
Big vibration in the wheel.
We continue to do work with the vibration in the steering wheel, again from flat spotted front tires. I think in some other case it might be easy to just come in and change out of them. However, the number 36 is just 40 seconds away, and that's really not a lot of time. So we're going to ride on here and we're going to see if the flat spot actually wears or becomes worse. Sometimes it goes away. But really we have a terrible imbalance now on the grip of the car. And it's not so much that we have an oversteer or understeer situation here, but the rear tires just
Really
do
big
not have a lot
vibration.
of
I
grip.
think we're going to go one more lap and see if it does go away a little bit.
Here at Le Mans, we have very minimal downforce. The rear wing is set to 1. So if any lateral forces are put on the rear wheels, they will not do too much as far as gripping. Here we are going to go for another lap to see if the vibration does go away. And this sector, one section here, actually has a lot of wide turns that require a lot of grip. And you will be taking them at speed, including here at Tetra Rouge. Approaching the first chicane on the Mulsanne Straight.
seconds. The number 36 is just coming through. Tetra Rouge. Put these tires on. I would hate to have to replace them right now, but there is a vibration.
So it has been several laps since the spin. The vibration is definitely not going away. Coming into the Porsche S's with the number 8.
So we can actually hear the tires scrubbing when we are very heavy into the turn. But if you do get the squeal out of them, that means they are sliding. Even if it is very slight.
Lap 3, 41.68.
Okay, the Alpine's going very fast.
Yes, looking at the timing, Nicolas Lapierre is just 39 seconds. Now 46. So he is reducing the time between the 36 and the number 8.
Yeah, definitely the vibration is not going away. This is the 77. Good lap time.
Halfway through lap 5 of the stint, we are looking up at the sky. It's definitely getting dark. We do have our lights on at this time. It is after 8 a.m. and it definitely looks like it could possibly rain or at least drop some precipitation. Now the HUD on the lower left, you can actually flip through and it will give you the current weather conditions. But by the time it indicates that there is rain, it's usually raining on the track already. It would be nice if you could somehow call into the pit lane and ask for a weather report or a forecast, which is something that you can do right now in the F1 series. And usually your crew chief will tell you it's about to rain, or the rain is 10 minutes out, and so on. I think for a endurance series, it would be nice to have something like that. And I think a lot of drivers use the pit crew program or software in their racing. I'd rather not use it in my racing, as I don't need anyone to be announcing the turns or the cars surrounding. It's just a lot of distraction while you're driving. I don't think it actually exists that way in real racing. However, it would be nice to be able to call in and get some kind of information if I should so choose. And perhaps that's something that they can work into Le Mans Ultimate here. Again, there are very few communications from pit lane, and a lot of times it's just a pop-up on your HUD. There are a lot of times when you are driving and you don't have your HUD activated, and so you miss out on sometimes the warnings and other information that they may provide. Down the Mulsanne Straight once again. This is on lap 6 of the stint. And if you're just joining the racing here at Driving Immersion, this is now our 21st stint of the 24 Hours of Le Mans.
Vibrations getting worse.
Quick summary of the race so far. No rain throughout the last 12-14 hours. Again, it's about 8 a.m., so we only have about 8-9 hours to go. And last time we were in pit lane, we were projected to have 390 laps of the 24 Hours of Le Mans. The record is 397, so we do consider this a somewhat fast race. There are 2 hypercars left in the field, the number 36 Alpine of Nicolas Lapierre and the number 8 Toyota GR010. The number 10 here currently in first place, but only by a shrinking distance. We had at one point almost lapped the Alpine. So circumstances and conditions change very quickly here on this even 24-hour race here at Le Mans. So as we come through Arnage, the vibration continues in the steering wheel. It's a very fast, fine vibration. So it is a flat spot, as it does vary with the speed. In fact, it becomes stronger the faster we go on the straight. Here is the number 36 Alpine. And he is just approaching Indianapolis and eventually Arnage right after, so he's really not that far away. Timing now shows 46 seconds. Back to the number 8, we are going around one of the Mustang GT3s. I believe that car was at one time in third place. We lose the grip in the rear tires,
Oh.
and we actually
I was
back
braking
into the
right in
wall.
the middle of a turn.
From the cockpit, we
Alright,
don't
come
know
on,
it
this
yet,
is back
but
on track.
our rear wing is gone. And the Mustang quickly comes around,
these tires
and
wasted
we
in the
go
back.
around
Oh my
once again,
God.
trying to accelerate out.
What is happening?
And right now, the rear of the vehicle is kind of crabbing left and right as we get back up to speed.
Suspension damage now.
Big hit there
Oh,
from
I
the
got hit by a
LMP2, almost head on.
I gotta go in.
So this is causing major damage
That's gotta
to
have
the
been
number 8.
Alpine. Steering wheel is askew. So this is major damage. Oh. There's something wrong in the rear end. Oh, I lost my wing.
So right now is the only time that we've been able to look back and see that
That was
we
probably
have
the
lost our
LMP2.
wing.
And both A-arms. Oh,
You can see now that the car refuses to go straight.
you cannot lift. Oh my God.
The
What
rear
is
of the vehicle
happening?
absolutely has no grip, so when you lift off the throttle, it puts all the weight on the front tires and no weight on the rear tires. So again, no grip in the rear, and that is the reason why we just spun just now. So that is
Major
a matter
damage
of
here.
3 spins within the last
And I've got a whole lap to go.
1,000 meters or so. So right now we are trying to see just how we are going to keep this car going straight. This is only the first chicane on the Mulsanne straight. So a long way to go here to get it back into the pits. So up to 5th gear once again, and again we can see that the car refuses to go straight. The rear of the vehicle wandering left and right. And here we are going to brake very, very early into the second chicane. It still goes around. No grip in the rear whatsoever.
No rear wing.
So right
from the
now,
pits.
plenty of damage in the car. However, it continues to go, and we are actually in 6th gear right now. You can see that the back of the vehicle is trying to come back around lightly and smoothly onto the brakes, as we're going to have to slow the vehicle quite a lot here into the Mulsanne corner. Accelerating back
35
out.
seconds now.
The Alpine should
And
be
this is
upon
definitely
us
going to be
very
a
shortly.
lengthy pit stop.
But definitely he is going to pass us once we come into the pits. There is an LMP2, I believe that is the number 37. Back end wanting to come around again. We are going to get on the brakes very early and slow to the vehicle. Still comes around. And this is at Indianapolis. Right in the middle of the turn here. And we are going to spin the car back around. Losing
This is
so
only
much
at
time.
Indianapolis. My God.
You know, the Alpine has actually passed us already at this point. As we are spinning around, we didn't see him go by, but he is just about a minute ahead now. So here on the 6th or 7th lap of this stint, our 21st stint, the race is totally turned around. We are
Losing
struggling
so
to
much
bring the
time.
car back.
This is just about as fast as I can go.
Here a sweeping
There is
right-hander,
no rear wing.
and we are going to keep the car slow. Rear wing
Damage to
definitely would
both
go away here.
rear suspensions.
So that's what it looks like when you have lost a rear wing. You can see in the HUD that it is flashing red.
Just like that.
Going around again
I'm surprised
the
the wheels
exit
are
of
still
the-
attached.
Porsche curves. Going so much more slowly now, trying to get back into pit lane. So after completing 6 laps on this reverse setup of the tires, it has come to this. And right now timing shows we are 1 minute and 35 seconds behind the leader now. And this is going to be another costly pit stop. So that last lap was 5 minutes and 51 seconds.
Now behind the Alpine. I think we're going to put on some softs and get this race going.
Well, we made it in, and we're going to have a lot of work to do here. Let's have a look. In just a few laps,
Wow,
6 laps,
tires are
we have
worn.
brought down the left front down to
Soft
43%.
tires.
The rear tires down to about 50%. So a lot of wear on the tires. And we are going to change all of these tires. We're going to put on a set of softs, and we're going to try to go very fast here once we come back out. This whole
50
repair
seconds to
is
repair all.
50
Alright.
seconds. And this pit stop is going to cost us 87 seconds altogether. So work being done in the car now.
87-second pit stop. We are just about 2 minutes behind now. And that is all the way at the Mulsanne corner. Very possible that he could come around and lap us at this point. So a disastrous stint there. Soft tires all around.
Nothing we can do at this point but wait. Car is being worked on. And we will have to charge very hard into the next stint. 2:30 now. Difference between 1 and 2.
Okay, fuel savings out the window. We've got to make up 243. Wow. That is quite a lot. Again, a very costly pit stop. That was a messy run.
Quick look into the garage. That is the number 7 Toyota GR010. He went out, I believe it was lap 6 or lap 7, so very early in the race. Back on track for the number 8. We've got to bring these tires up to temperature. You can see there that they're only 22 and 30 degrees Celsius. That is ambient air temperature. 3 minutes and 16 seconds now behind the first place number 36 Alpine. Behind us, I believe that is the United Autosports LMP2. And he may be currently in first place or second place, but he is racing at the lead in his class. Coming into the first chicane. And this is the number 36 Alpine. You saw that he just came into the first chicane. The number 8 Toyota just up ahead. And we are looking on from the dash of the 36. And as we look down this long straight, there is a car just up ahead. That is not the number 8. but it's very possible that on these long straights you may be able to see him. Back with the 36. The difference here is 3 minutes and 52 seconds. This is from the back of the number 8. Can't quite see any cars behind as we come into Indianapolis once again.
Oh, another big spin. I don't think we hit the wall.
So a quick spin here for the number 8.
Just the front.
Currently in the gravel. There he is from the dash of the Alpine. The number
There's
8
the
is now
Alpine.
1 lap behind.
We are now 1 lap down.
And that is the Alpine just ahead. And we are going to see
He's
him
coming
come into
in.
the pits. So he definitely has shorter stints.
And now we have another flat spot. So you gotta get going here.
This is the number 36 in the pits. And right now in Le Mans Ultimate,
Tire should be up to temp.
just as in R Factor 2, we see the car come in. It looks like it's just sitting there. It does not simulate the pit crew working on the cars. It would be nice to add it on here in the graphics. Obviously, every pit crew has a different procedure, and that may be the difference or the reason why we don't see a pit crew working on the cars. And sometimes in the pit stop, the car is fueled, and then they change the tires, and sometimes they only change 1 or 2 tires, and then refuel or not refuel at all. So again, a great number of possibilities during a pit stop. So out again, the number 36.
8:41 a.m.
There we are, 8:41
Still 64
a.m.
degrees and cloudy.
Still overcast. The temperature has not gone up, but at least now we are on a set of the soft tires. They are softer, obviously, but they are going to provide more grip. We are in a situation where we are in a big catch-up strategy, so we are not going to be concerned about tire wear and fuel use. We are just going to try to make time on the track right now, and we don't know how long that's going to be or how long it's going to take. Right now, after the pit stop of the number 36, we are 2 minutes and 34 seconds behind. Driving through a lot of traffic to start our third lap on this stint. Again, we had recently incurred a lot of damage, lost a lot of time to now the first place car, the number 36 Alpine. We were briefly one lap down just before the Alpine came into the pits. Again, as a result of another spin.
See shadows from the sun. Maybe it'll come out and heat up the track so we can make use of our tires.
Here is the number 36. I believe this is through the Porsche Curves S's. And we are into the first chicane on the Mulsanne Straight, and that is how far ahead he is at this point. Again, more than 2 minutes now.
Have a vibration in the steering wheel, but we cannot afford to come in. I think we have the soft tires up to temperature now. Feeling good on the grip.
So again, working on our third lap of this stint, you can see there after the tire change, we had one big spin, and it definitely reduced the life expectancy of this new set of softs. 89% for the front left and 90% for the front right. So again, we are not doing any fuel savings or tire savings on this stint. We are just trying to make up some time. Hopefully we can see some reduction in the deficit to the number 36 up ahead.
We're down to 155.
Through 32 and 33 once again to cross the start finish line.
8.07.
It is past 8 a.m. here at the Circuit de la Sarthe, and the sky now appears to be lightening. Definitely warmer conditions on the track is only going to help us here, as it will help to warm the tires.
A little bit of squeal from the rear tires.
Through the first chicane with the number 8. Brief look at the tires. Again, these are the soft tires, front and rear. And after our quick pit stop that was not projected. We still have 32 tires left for the remainder of the race. I think with this set of soft tires, we should be able to at least double stint.
350, so we are going faster than he is. That is a lot of time to make up, though.
Back to the tires, we could probably do 3 stints on a set of the soft tires, but definitely won't go into 4, as we will be doing some tire savings in the 4th stint just to be able to get them to finish at 12 laps. And that will definitely slow us down. Right now, our only goal is to be fast and remain fast until we can at least catch up to the number 36. Should be just about 8 hours or less left in the race. And it should still be plenty of time to get back up to the 36. Again, he is pitting 1 lap shorter than we are per stint. So it's still very possible here. Crossing the start-finish line once again, a very clear track ahead of the number 8. The best that we could do here is to hit our marks and keep on producing some stable, consistent laps. And we are going to need to go faster than we've gone before in this race. 2:15 now, the deficit to the number 36. Back on board with the number 8. This is the backstretch, and we are just about to get into Indianapolis after this sweeping right.
So we made just 4 seconds on him.
Going to find one of the GT3 BMWs here. This is Arnage.
And right now we are trying to drive the wheels off this car.
2 minutes and 11 seconds up to the number 36.
Oh, I knew I would get hit. We had a collision with this number 37 earlier in the race. Hit me again. Wow.
Very cautiously watching the LMP2 in our mirror. Again, they are just as fast through the braking and turning zones. Main difference, again, is in the top speed along the straights. Two minutes and 11 seconds now up to the number 36. We are reducing the time, but it is definitely happening very slowly here. Again, still a lot of time left in this race. Two, three. This is the lead car once again. Back to the number 8 in second place.
We are full gas. We are actually using 2.01 gallons per lap, or at least on that last lap. I think we were as good as 1.8 at one point, maybe 1.7.
Braking hard into the ball sand corner once again.
Tires are evening out a little bit.
You've got to keep charging no matter what. Again, no concern about tire wear, no concern about fuel use. So a quick look at the information on the lower left of your screen. You can see there that the Pierre and the
So
number
right
8
now,
here are both 338s on the last
The
lap.
Pierre is matching our speed. Like he hasn't done all night. Even when he was trying to save fuel. Actually, we don't know if he's saving fuel now, but
Lap 3:30, 7.41.
The number 36 running flawlessly, that is Indianapolis.
track limits on that exit. Out of 10 for Rouge.
And the 36 was not always perfect on the track. If you look back at the previous stints, just before night, he had a couple of really good spins. But again, one of the only 3 cars after 12 hours to be on the lead lap with the number 8. So he's a very good and close competitor at this point. Hard braking into the second chicane. You can hear that we did lock up the tires, but remained under control.
Brake early enough. Must be having problems. He was in the lead for most of the night.
The number 36 out of the second chicane. The lead now down to 208 and 209. However, as we watch him circle the track here, his laps have been relatively flawless. I'm sure there's a little bit of endurance or fuel saving on his part, as he is very well into the lead.
We're gonna need a couple of long stints here to meet him in the pits.
Again, looking at the data here, his last lap was a 3:39. This lap that we're on is a projected 3:36. And if all of that comes about, we will gain 3 more seconds on him.
So again, we are not saving fuel, and we are trying to brake as late as we can just to make up time here. We're making up about 1 to 2 seconds per lap. Which shows or indicates that the PR is going fast. This is the fastest he's been all weekend. There we go, 3:47 for Oliver Jarvis, 3:38.
Looking onto the track now, we are seeing shadows once again. We are desperately hoping that the track temperature should come up, or would come up even just a little bit, so we can take advantage of the tires that we have.
I believe this is the LMP2 up ahead that hit us and took off our rear wing. I know it was the yellow and green car.
Once again here at Le Mans Ultimate, there is no way of knowing how many of each compound you have left. This late into the race, we know we have 32 tires left, and that is going to be 8 sets. However, we don't know if they are soft, medium, or hard tires, or even wet or rain tires. I guess that's a good thing, but obviously it doesn't really add to the simulation part of the race. A look from above as the number 8 comes around 31 and 32 and 33 to cross the start finish line once again.
3:35, that was a good lap.
A look on the track now will indicate that it is finally sunny. The sun has broken through the clouds. We are happy to drive through an LMP2 and another GT3 here as we come down the Mulsanne Straight. We continue to reduce our time between first and second, now down to 2:04. Again, slowly and meticulously, we are trying to lap as fast as we can without endangering the vehicle from damage or spin. Coming into the second chicane, that is a big lock up there for the number 8 as we slide underneath the McLaren GT3. Again, a lot of traffic here on this lap. The Ferrari.
Yeah, right now we are braking. Oh, I got hit.
Very big hit from the rear.
Wow,
That is the Ferrari.
And that's why we got our damage turned down. There's no reason why that GT3 should have been faster. Oh, okay, rear bumper's damaged. No reason why that GT3 should have been faster through there.
Yes, again, we were going at a very good speed coming into the Mulsanne corner. If the damage was turned up to simulation level, we would have had major damage to our car here as a result. And again, that is a mistake of the GT3 or the AI.
So we're going to have to keep watching for that.
We would be coming into the pits now to have major damage repaired on the car.
Car's very dingy right now.
This is the Alpine once again. It is in the lead. At this point, we have lost track of when he came in for a refuel and a recharge. Again, we have to continue watching the competitors here to make sure that they do. We have many of the field in the hypercar class that have retired as a result of running out of fuel. And you can see all of those in the previous segments here at the 24 Hours of Le Mans. We look on from the dashboard of the number 36. The lead is back up to 215 as a result of that spin with the GT3 Ferrari in the Mulsanne corner. And that is about 4 or 5 laps worth of work just dashed away.
So right now the tires are getting hot. 9:13 a.m. It is now 68 degrees.
So we've gained about 4 degrees Fahrenheit since the sun came out. And again, all of these are factors that are going to affect the tire's grip and durability. At this point, the soft tires are operating just a little bit underneath their optimum temperatures, which is fine. That way we can make them last a little bit longer.
And we are called into the pits. We won't have enough either fuel or virtual energy.
Yeah, on that last lap we burned 8.38% of virtual energy, which is right up there with one of our highest.
Yeah,
I
we'll
think
be just short.
we've seen 836 before,
Maybe we can stretch it. Oh, we don't have enough fuel.
but obviously we have been
Yeah,
burning
we've been
more
burning a lot of
fuel
fuel.
per lap. Again, more than
Maybe
2
able to
gallons
stretch the
per
retro
lap.
energy, but not the fuel.
Back to the tires. We don't expect that we will take these soft tires into 4 stints.
Right now, we
Again.
are back up to 151 behind the Alpine.
We will be happy if we could go at least 3. So we are coming in at the end of this lap. We are still at a big deficit to the number 36, but it's
We're
going to
gonna need a
depend now
few
on his pit stops as
long
well.
stints. Saving 40 seconds. We need 3 long stints at least.
So perhaps not a scientific calculation, but we are going to need to do 3 stints where we can get at least 12 laps, which we've been doing throughout the race so far. So into pit lane we go. So after a decent stint, after having major
So
work,
that was a little bit of a disaster. Definitely see dirt on the car.
we are able to regain just a little bit of time. And again, we're going to have to be doing this consistently to the end of the race now. You can see here that we only got 11 laps after we crossed the finish line out of this set of tires and virtual energy and fuel. Again, just 1 lap down, but this is exactly what the Alpine is able to get.
That went bad. Wow. 57% left on the left front, and that is only after 1 stint. But it is getting warm. Definitely put a lot of pressure on it that time.
So yes, we did put a lot of wear on that left front. Again, 57% life left.
Let's see here, we are.
And the standings right now are that obviously we are still in second place, 2 minutes and 18 seconds behind as we stopped into our pit box. And that is going to do it for this stint. Again, a lot of racing left here at the 24 Hours of Le Mans. We thank you for watching this event at Driving Immersion, and remember, for more exciting racing ahead, give us a like and click on subscribe or follow so that you don't miss out on the next race event. We'll see you next time.